Hello, everybody. Today, we are going to study the academic essay. And I'm going to start with two questions. The first one, let's see what you know about it. What is an essay? What do you think? Second question, how would you organize it? Okay, an essay is a piece of writing in which you develop an idea that is so complex, or a topic that is so complex that it's impossible to explain it or analyze it in one single paragraph. How do we organize an essay? Well, I'm going to show you this organizer in which you can see the parts. An essay should have an introductory paragraph that should contain some general statements to hook the reader's attention and invite the reader to think your essay. What kind of information can we include there? Well, you can include a question, share experiences, a historical background, a definition, statistics, facts, 2 or 3 ideas. Never summarize the content of your essay in the introduction. There should be a transition sentence that leads you from the general ideas to the last sentence of the essay, which is called the thesis statement. That is like a topic sentence for the whole essay. And here, you're going to write the topic of the essay and the controlling idea, what aspects you would develop about that topic, you would explain, you would argue about. Then, of course, we need the body of the essay, which will contain as many paragraphs as necessary to explain your thesis statement. Each paragraph should have a topic sentence, supporting ideas, details, and a concluding sentence, which at the same time sometimes could work as a transition for the next paragraph. And finally, you need a concluding paragraph that should be formed by 3 elements. A concluding connector, like to conclude, in conclusion, to summarize, in view of the above arguments. A summary of the content that you included in the body, and some closing ideas that could be a recommendation, a suggestion, a prediction, even a question that makes the reader keep on thinking about your essay. We're going to see an example of an essay that I chose. It's about the effects of plastic surgery on young people. Okay, as here you can see that it has 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. The first one would be the introduction. At the end, you can see a sentence in red that is the thesis statement. And then in each of the paragraphs in the body, you have a topic sentence that is in kind of brownish. Then the body of the paragraphs, in which you can see some ideas in blue and some in black. And then you have a concluding sentence in each of those paragraphs that is highlighted in green. And finally, you have a concluding paragraph. Of course, I want to go through this, and we are going to talk about the introduction now. Let's read it quickly. Plastic surgery has become increasingly popular among young people, driven by the influence of social media, celebrity culture, and societal beauty standards. That would be like a description of the reality. Then you have a sentence that says, while some individuals pursue cosmetic procedures with the hope of enhancing their appearance and boosting their self-esteem, the consequences can be more complex than anticipated. That would be the transition. And finally, we have the thesis statement. 2 significant consequences of plastic surgery on young people are definitely negative psychological outcomes and the impact on interpersonal relationships and social interactions. As you can see, the topic here is plastic surgery and the consequences on young people. And the controlling idea refers to the psychological effects that are negative and the impact on interpersonal relationships and social interactions. That's why in the body of the essay, you could see 2 paragraphs. 1 paragraph for each controlling or of each aspect of the controlling idea. And we are going to see that now. Let's see how it is developed. We have the first paragraph of the body that says, one major consequence of plastic surgery is the potential for negative psychological outcomes. That will be the topic sentence of the first paragraph of the body. And it refers to the first point that we could see in the controlling idea in the thesis statement. Then you have 2 supporting ideas to develop these psychological effects, negative ones. The first one is, young individuals undergoing cosmetic procedures may experience a range of mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and body dysmorphic disorder. The desire for perfection can lead to unrealistic expectations about one's appearance, resulting in dissatisfaction. And this is the detail of that idea. Then if you only include that, that wouldn't be enough for developing the psychological outcomes. That paragraph would be poor. So here we have another supporting or main supporting idea that says, furthermore, when young people do not achieve the anticipated results, they may feel a deep sense of disappointment or shame. This idea is different from the previous one, but it's connected to the topic sentence, which is the psychological consequence. And then you have a detail about that idea. This disappointment can exacerbate feelings of inadequacy and trigger a cycle of further procedures in an attempt to attain an elusive ideal. So what kind of information can we include in the body of the paragraph, of these paragraphs? You can use research that you have done, that has been done. You can include examples. You can analyze the ideas. You can even quote, use direct quoting or indirect quoting. You can use statistics. Okay, and in order to conclude this paragraph, we have the last sentence that says, consequently, instead of improving their self-esteem, plastic surgery can leave young individuals feeling worse about themselves. Then we have another paragraph in the body about another effect of plastic surgery, but different from psychological consequences. Here we have, again, the paragraph starting with a topic sentence that says, another important consequence is the impact of plastic surgery on interpersonal relationships and social interactions. 2 main supporting ideas. The first one says, young people who undergo cosmetic procedures may struggle with how they are perceived by their peers. And then the explanation of that idea, the analysis. Those who choose to enhance their appearance may find themselves in a situation where they are judged based on their looks rather than their personality or abilities. This shift can lead to superficial relationships where connections are based primarily on physical appearance. Then you have another main supporting idea, different from this one, but connected to the topic sentence. And this one says, additionally, you can see the connector, like in the other paragraph, we have furthermore. Here we have additionally because it's another supporting idea that explains the topic sentence. In this case, the interpersonal relationships and social interactions, how they have changed. Okay, this idea says, additionally, family may react to these changes with disapproval, creating tension in relationships. And then the explanation, the details. Family members may struggle to reconcile the new appearance with their previous image of the individual, which can lead to feelings of estrangement. And finally, sorry, period is missing there, the conclusion of that paragraph that says, the pressure to conform to societal beauty standards can ultimately hinder genuine social interactions, leading to isolation and loneliness among young individuals. So it's the closure of that paragraph. But the essay cannot end there. We need a concluding paragraph, which, as I said before, is formed by three main parts. A concluding connector, as the ones that I mentioned before. Then you have to summarize the content of your essay, and you can finish it with a prediction, a suggestion, a question. In this case, it says, in conclusion, while plastic surgery may seem like a viable solution for enhancing self-image among young people, it often results in negative psychological outcomes and strained interpersonal relationships. The pursuit of an ideal appearance can lead to mental health issues and affect how young individuals connect with others. That would be the summary of the essay. And then we have another idea that says, to mitigate these consequences, it is essential for young people to seek guidance from mental health professionals and engage in discussions about body positivity and self-acceptance. By focusing on inner beauty and self-worth, they can foster healthier relationships and emotional well-being. What strategy do we have here? We have a suggestion, and then the last sentence could be like a prediction of what will happen if professional guidance is found. Okay, so that would be the end of the session today, and I thank you for being here. Bye-bye.